welcome back to my channel. I thought I would share a full day of eating on the WW Purple plan. That is the plan that I am working right now. And it's actually almost 11 o'clock. It's about 10:40 and I'm just now getting around to breakfast. I have had coffee, and the way I'm drinking my coffee these days is with about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, my collagen powder. And I'm not super into supplements and like vitamins and stuff like that, but I had decided a while back to try that, not just for my skin, but because it promotes joint health supposedly. So I've been trying that out, but I've got to give it a few months, to figure out if it actually works. But anyway, coffee, little Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, my collagen, and then just a splash of my Better Half or almond milk or whatever I have on hand. It's definitely less sweet than I used to drink my coffee, but I've kind of gotten used to it. We've had a slow start today. It's Monday morning. It's the Monday after Easter. I've just run into a lot of technical difficulties trying to get the kids signed on to their school account so they can have their meetings with their teachers. Some days distance learning goes just fine. Other days we really struggle with it. And we're just kind of having a slow start this Monday morning. So that's why I'm just getting around to finishing up making my breakfast, and it's practically lunchtime. I wanted to go ahead and film today because I feel like I've been just a little bit inconsistent with my eating, with my tracking, with being accountable for my healthy habits and stuff. And so it always helps me whenever I do a video and I show you guys what I'm eating. It just holds me accountable throughout the day. And I also find that just getting one decent day under my belt really kind of propels me into several more days of good choices and good eating and stuff like that. So that's what I'm setting out to do this morning. So I've already told you about my coffee, which I'm finishing up. Let me turn you around and show you what I have fixed for breakfast because it's something new for me. Okay, so I have attempted to make savory oatmeal for the first time. When I think of oatmeal, I don't know about you guys, but I think of like sweet, adding fruit or adding maple syrup or adding peanut butter or something like that. So I attempted to make savory oatmeal this morning instead of sweet oatmeal. So what I have here is a packet of these like instant steel cut oats. These are purple compliant. The only ingredient is steel cut whole grain oats. So these are 0 points on the purple plan, and I just followed the directions and made them in the microwave. I did season them, like some salt and pepper and just a teeny bit of broth base. Then I added half an ounce of cheese for 2 smart points, and I added 1 tablespoon of this Greek cream cheese. 1 tablespoon of this is only 1 smart point, 1. So you can have 2 tablespoons for 2 or 1 tablespoon for 1. And this is very similar to how I make grits. So that's what gave me the idea, having eaten grits last week whenever I was attempting to count calories instead of points. So I thought I would try it with oatmeal. And I have topped it with just 1 scrambled egg and a little bit of salsa and a dollop of Greek yogurt. And so these are my savory oats. It's actually only 3 smart points on the purple plan. I believe this amount of oatmeal would cost you 4 points on blue or purple, and so it would be 7 points. Maybe it's only 3 points, I'm not sure. But 6 or 7 points on blue or green, 3 points on purple. And those are my savory breakfast oats. We're in the line to pick up lunches. So this lady here with the radio is going to ask how many kids in the car. So I'll tell her 3, and she'll radio up there where we pick up the lunches. And there are little tables there. We just drive up and they put them out on the table for us. And that's how we will pick up our breakfast and lunch for the kiddos. I am having another cup of coffee. I'll admit that I am a little tired today. I have not done a good job of keeping a good sleep schedule, at least the last week or so. And it's not that I'm just sleeping in and wasting the day, but I'm going to bed too late and I'm still waking up about the normal time, but I spend too much time scrolling through Instagram or Pinterest or checking my YouTube channel comments and stuff like that instead of getting out of bed and getting ready for the day. So that's something that I need to get better at, is waking up at a decent time and getting up and around and ready, because this morning was just kind of crazy and stressful. We had some technical difficulties trying to sign the kids on to their class meetings, and me trying to help 3 different kids in 3 different grades with 3 different curriculums and all these different choice boards, try to get them going. And I know everybody's struggling with that right now, so I don't mean to be a whiner, but all that's to say, I need to implement some better routines for myself so that I am more available and helpful to my kids and don't lose my cool. But for today, I'm just gonna have a second cup of coffee. It's not gonna cost me any points because this stuff right here that I'm using, you can have up to 4 tablespoons of this for 1 smart point, and I only use 2 in each of my cups of coffee or in tea. So this is really good in tea. If I don't have this, I just use a little bit of almond milk. If I don't have almond milk, I've just used a splash of regular milk. We're all in the boat of having to make do with what we have on hand. So, 1 smart point of almond milk or even 1 smart point of 1% milk. I have a ton of that right now because that's what the kids get at school. And every time we go to pick up lunches, I get these little milk cartons. So I'm trying to figure out what to make that involves a lot of milk. But anyhow, if I don't have the better half, I've just been using a splash of something else. It is what it is. We're all trying to make do, but that's what I'm having right now. And I probably will also snack on these little halos that my kids got in their lunches. They got 2 and they didn't all want to eat both of them. So I'll eat those, and that's what I'm having for now. As I said before, my schedule is just off kilter, and I need to probably do a better job getting on one because it's 12 o'clock, but I just ate breakfast an hour ago. And by the way, those savory oats were delicious. They were so good. I'm definitely going to be putting that into my recipe repertoire and doing more savory oats stuff in the future, but I'm still really full from that, so I probably won't eat lunch until late. It's getting late. It's actually it's right now 3 o'clock on the dot, and I have not had lunch yet. I told you guys my schedule is just so off right now. But I have just put together what might be the most odd lunch I've ever made myself. But I feel like during this pandemic, we are all, having to use what we have and trying to be good stewards of the things that we have. So I had some squash and some zucchini that I needed to use up. So I chopped that up and threw it in the skillet along with some cooked brown rice that I also had that I needed to use up in the refrigerator, and a can of tuna. I know that sounds odd, but that's what I had in the pantry. I didn't have any other, meat to throw into this, which it didn't have to have meat. I just was kind of wanting a good protein kick. So all of those things I just mentioned are 0 points on the purple plan. The rice would be a few points on the green or the blue plan. So I just sauteed that together in the skillet with a little bit of olive oil spray, salt and pepper, and then I have added half a cup of cottage cheese. And this is 4% cottage cheese. It's not fat-free. It's like regular cottage cheese, so it's 3 smart points. So my entire plate is 3 smart points, and I don't know why this just sounded good to me. I'm not a huge tuna fan. It's like I could take it or leave it. But like I said, I'm trying to use stuff up that needs to get eaten and, save the stuff that's unopened or non-perishable for a little later, because I don't plan to go to the grocery store for at least another 2 weeks or so. But that's what I'm having. I feel like cottage cheese kind of goes with tuna, doesn't it? I don't know, but it's tasty. I'll say that much. I am finally out for my walk. I feel like I had been trying to get out the door and something just kept coming up that kept me in the house. I've been doing a lot of filming today. I am filming a budget dinner video, which actually I think you will have seen by the time this goes up, because I think I'll post that first and then post this a few days after that. So I'm out for my walk. And it's pretty chilly. It's 47 degrees today. Obviously, I had to pull my hats out of the winter box. I thought we were done with winter, especially with it being April 13th today. But we're not, so that's okay. Still makes for nice walking whether there isn't any wind. I feel like I'm staying very busy, and I think part of my frustration with myself is feeling guilty that I feel a little bit overwhelmed and frantic when I'm at home, and home is my job. And that has been a huge part of my job in my life for the past 2 years as a semi-stay-at-home mom / part-time working mom. But it's different now, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I just realized that everybody's home. So trying to keep up with the housework, with tidying up, sweeping, mopping, doing the laundry, preparing the meals, cleaning up after the meals, doing all the housework stuff. It's like I'm a hamster on a wheel and I just keep running and running, but never really getting anywhere, because as soon as I finish taking care of one thing, I've got to go take care of another thing. I certainly have not been bored. I've been a little distraught because I feel like I'm just not keeping up with things, and I would like to keep up with the housework a little bit better. But I'm also realizing that I haven't really had a break. I mean, normally the kids are in school. Even in the summertime, they're in day camp 1 or 2 days a week. And I get a few hours to just take a breath and either take care of things around the house or do something for myself. And sometimes that something is just going out and going shopping, or sometimes it's just having a quiet afternoon all to myself. And maybe that's why I'm staying up a little bit later than I normally do and not getting enough sleep, because nighttime when everybody is in bed is the only time when I'm on my own. And then of course I feel guilty for even saying that, because there are some people who are completely by themselves and would love to have company, and at the very least I have my family right now. But does anybody else out there feel that way? I just feel like a little bit frantic, you know? And I think that's contributing to my stress and to my overall feelings of, you know, just not keeping up. And that in turn makes me, you know, want to eat or want to drink the wine. So I'm wondering if I need to schedule an afternoon for myself where I just, you know, put down the broom, put down the Windex, put away the food and not worrying about prepping any food or cleaning up, and just spend a few hours like watching a movie or catching up on my YouTube channels. It seems crazy that I'm behind on that given all the time being at home, but I just feel like, you know, there's always something to do and I can't make myself relax until it's done. So I don't know, anybody else out there know what I'm talking about? Maybe not, maybe it's just me and maybe I'm being ridiculous. Dinner tonight is this pasta fagioli, and I made this in the crock pot. I'll spare you the details because I already did a video on this that should have come out a couple days before this one does, so I'll just link it up here in the corner. But my portion comes out to 2 smart points for the soup because it's mostly just vegetables and beans with a little bit of whole wheat pasta, which is still 0 for me. All of that I mentioned is 0 for me on the purple plan. And then I used turkey sausage, just a little bit of that to flavor this. I also have 2 smart points worth of sharp cheddar cheese, so my whole bowl is 4 points. We also have some bread in the house that we are trying to use up, and so I'm gonna have 1 piece of like crusty artisan bread for 3 points, so my whole dinner will be 7 points. It's getting on towards the end of the night, and I had thought about popping some popcorn and watching a little TV, but instead I'm going to just finish my cup of tea that I've been sipping on here, and I'm going to have one of these Reese's peanut butter eggs. These are the mini ones, and I believe they are 4 points a piece, which would bring me to 17 points for the day. And I get 16 points on purple whenever I'm in weight loss mode, which I am right now. And I am trying to maintain, but I don't have my tracker set to that. I would like to see the scale go down just a little bit in the next few days. So that's why I have it on weight loss mode instead of maintenance mode. I also usually allow myself extra fat and dairy. You know, like I eat full fat yogurt, and I a lot of times will have like peanut butter or olive oil or something throughout the day, and I'll use my Fit points to track against that. And I did not do that today. I just didn't feel like it was necessary because I didn't really have a workout today. I did go and walk a little bit, but I haven't been working out as rigorously as I was before all of this happened. I am still jogging a few days a week, and then I just walk other days a week, but obviously I'm not doing gym workouts. And my jogs are not as long as they were. I was kind of working up towards running a half marathon, and now I'm just kind of treading water where my running is concerned. So I just didn't feel like I needed the fat and dairy exchanges like I normally would eat. But that's my day, and I'm standing in my nice clean kitchen. The kids have picked out things that they're going to work on tomorrow, so I don't feel so frantic in the morning with getting them started on school stuff. We've got devices being charged so that they're ready to go. And I also have a few things that I need to jot down. I have a mental list right now, just a few things that I want to accomplish tomorrow. So I feel like going into tomorrow, I'm just in a better headspace and maybe we'll be more prepared. And I also feel like it's a good thing that I'm going to get to bed at a decent time tonight. That's going to be what I intend to do. So thanks so much for watching, and I will check in with you guys again very soon with another video. Bye.